All right, and welcome back to The Light, powered by AtlanticCityFocus.com. We are here at the Linwood Country Club for the victory parties for the Republican, let me get it straight, the Atlantic County Republican Party. And I'm here with one of the first Atlantic County Republicans that I met, Andrew Parker, who is not running for 2025, but as soon as this election day is over, he's got to get on the stick to run for 2026 for county commissioner.
Dressed as relaxed as I am today. I've already been made fun of a couple times in the room. Everybody said, "We can tell you're not running this year." I said, "Finally, I don't have to run. I'm in a sweatsuit. I got my hat on. Life is good." But I just got done closing a poll out at 13, West Atlantic City, and checking on district number 3. So I'm still out here working, and I figured I'd wear my work clothes instead of my suit.
Okay, so first question I want to ask you is, I see that you have an event coming up on November 15th, which is the day before our toy drive mixer. Can you tell us about your comedy night?
I just wanted to do something a little bit different. I figured the campaign's over, so you don't want to have fundraisers and things like that and events that are going to knock in the candidates that are on slate and that are running. So as soon as the campaign was over, and there's been a lot of contention in the air with the politics from, starting from the national politics and on down. And so I just thought it was a time where we could come together, have some fun, do something a little bit different. Everybody says, it's hard to have, like when you have a talent, that's not the best fundraiser to have on a political fundraiser. So a lot of them are the same. But we're going to have some fun that night. We're going to have some fun. I know it may not be the best money maker, because you got to pay the talent, you got to pay the DJ, we have to pay the comedian. But we have an Instagram comedian coming. He's going, Mr. Anthony Fuentes will be there. And DJ the DJ, who's my son, is going to be DJing. And those two are going to be our entertainment. We're going to fill the room with a diverse group of people, with friends and family and teachers and union folks. And we're just going to have some fun. It's not going to be your average political fundraiser.
Okay, all right. And that is the 15th of November. Where's that going to be at?
That's going to be at the, where's the fundraiser? It's at the Lake Lenape. It's going to be at Lake Lenape in Hamilton Township, Mays Landing. So come on out, have some fun. Great facility out there, the county facility. And we'll have some hors d'oeuvres, we'll have some food, we'll have some drinks, and we're going to have some fun.
Okay. So are you ready to discuss your platform yet?
Always. More ready to discuss that than most things. Ready to discuss the platform. So I'm going to be running in 2026. And those of you who know me, you guys know I've been out here for quite some time. I'm not new to this. You guys know my story. I started on zoning board for years, and then I moved into township committee in Neck Harbor Township, the first African American elected to that seat. And then I went into the county commission. I've been there for a couple terms now, and I'm going into my third term, 3-year terms. So I've been involved in this for a little while. You know what I advocate for. Number one, is constituent services. Anybody that calls my office or calls my cell phone knows that I'm going to pick up that phone. I'm going to try to answer it. I don't care what party you're in. That's not a question that I ask. I don't care what you're. I don't ask any of those questions. Those things aren't important to me. So Atlantic County residents, if you need something, you call my office, you call me. You have any problems, you have any ideas, you have anything, positive, negative, I'm going to call you back. So that's number one. That's our job. That's what we put in there to do. Now, 2, economic development. It doesn't change with me. It's going to stay economic development. It's going to stay economic growth. Here in Atlantic County, we have to focus on economic development, economic growth. We have to. Small business creation, small business development, bringing in, diversifying our economy away from the casinos. There's a lot of talk right now about North Jersey getting casinos again. There's a lot of talk right now about New York getting casinos again. And we all know that if that happens, that's going to impact Atlantic County. What happens and impacts Atlantic City is going to impact the whole county. So we have to do something to diversify our county, our economy here in the county, and we've done that. So you look at the NARTP, the National Aerospace Research and Technology Park. You talk about the airport and the things that are going on over there, maintenance hangar, all kind of things that we have going on in that. that's what we've chosen to diversify our economy, and we have to keep pushing in that direction. We have our second building going up. We have one building fully rented out, and we have our second building already being built right now under construction, and can't wait for that to happen. We have a flight simulator in the first building. It's a cool building over there, and we're going to keep moving in that direction to think of more creative ways. Everyone knows, and you can't miss, AI is the top. Is on top of everybody's minds and tongues with the economy, with NVIDIA, some of those stocks that are out there going. It's driving the economy with the Magnificent Seven. So we're going to have to find a way to include that in what we're doing down here. And I think it's a perfect marriage because we already, like I said, we're already investing into the NARTP and all that's going over at the Research Technology Park. Not to mention FAA and the 177th over there. So I think, in my opinion, those are the things that we're going to have to drive and we're going to have to fight for in order to diversify our economy and to make sure that Atlantic County is always put first. Another thing that's on my platform, as you know, I'm an educator, is education. So education, I'm chair of Education and Schools Committee here in the county, and I think the curriculum is one of the big things that you heard from the gubernatorial race from both sides. And you heard a lot of them talk about bringing more funding possibly to the county level and more responsibility on the county levels. That's something that we got to get ourselves prepared for. Because if we're going to take on those roles, we got to make sure that we're ready to do it. So my idea and my goal is that we have a unified framework with everything that we do so that we get everybody in the county on the same page in how we're rowing in a unified direction, a unified plan. And then, of course, each municipality will, they have their own school boards, their own superintendents will venture out and do things their own way. But all students that get an education here in Atlantic County should get a similar education. And that education, I think, in my humble opinion, should be raising up the future of leaders of that NARTP, AI, and that world, the casinos, everything that we say that we're going to do and we're going to build, we need to educate them here in this county.
All right. Well, thank you so much for taking time to talk to us, and good luck next November.
Thank you very much. I'll see you guys soon. Thank you for all your support, and thank you for all your support over the years.
Thank you.